good people. I am on the way to my coaching lesson. As you guys know in the last video, I did not like how I was performing at League, so I decided to book a coaching lesson with a new coach. My coach retired, so that I can ascend to my highest potential. And hopefully these few little tips, because right now I'm stuck between like a 170 and a 185 average. So I'm hoping these tips will help me to be able to lock in and be more consistent. And then maybe strike more, hopefully. Not that I don't strike now, but it's just not as consistent as I would like it to be. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this new coach has to say. My old coach recommended him. He seems highly knowledgeable of, things. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll check in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna record during it since this is gonna be our first meeting, but giving you guys an update, and I'll of course tell you how it went afterwards. But yeah, thanks. Catch you in a bit. All right, y'all. I'm at the bowling alley. Let's go put in this work. Also, I finally got my SD card. I know I didn't film going into Best Buy and whatnot, but having a toddler, you got limited hands. But here we are. We are walking into our local bowling alley to get better. Can't talk about it, but be about it. All those good things. Hope you guys are having a great morning, great day, great evening, whenever this video may find you. My next mission or goal is to get a mic, that way y'all can hear me. Which, when I was playing the audio back yesterday, or when I was editing, it seems like you all were able to hear me pretty good, so that's a positive. But still, we're aspiring, we're growing. Right now I have 90 followers, so or 90 subscribers. Obviously, I would love to log into my locker here. Obviously, I would love to grow the channel and, have my community. Let's just vibe out and have a good time. Let me log into this locker and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab all three of my balls because I'm not sure what he's gonna want to work on. So I got my Vengeance in here, my spare ball, and then my hammer ball. Get this work in.
Give me just a second. I get to you on
'All right, guys. So right here, my coach is showing me basically hand positioning. I like to refer to it as English. You know how you would put English on a cue ball when you shoot pool. There's apparently hand English for bowling that I was completely not aware of. And this tip right here changed everything for me. This right here was what I've been waiting on. With this one little tip, and I guess it's just basic / fundamentals that you could watch 1,000 YouTubes and like you can get recommendations from people in league, but to have a coach who knows what they're talking about and who's able to explain it to you the way that you actually understands this is where that comes into play. I feel like this we talked about like weight transfer and basically fixing how I was holding the ball. So it wasn't my step, it wasn't necessarily my game, it was the fact that I didn't have this one tool, one piece of information that will I truly believe it will change my game now. And so you'll see me here start to lock in and focus on the hand transfer and my hand English to start getting consistent with rolling my ball. Here, you guys, my coach is confirming what I was suspecting what's happening during league. So the last couple of weeks in league, I would just have like random gutter balls and I couldn't necessarily understand why. Like I knew that I might have been in my head, but usually I feel like I'm a good bowler and I just couldn't figure out what was going on. And the suspicion of mine was that I'm not following through as I should. And that's probably causing my hand. What he was mentioning is that my hand would like not continue the motion. So by me cutting off my full swing, it's making my release not follow through, which means that my hand's not going up, which means that my kind of my arm is going straight. So if it's going straight, then that means the way I was bowling, I was kind of going around the ball. So you can imagine if I'm going around the ball and my hand is not following all the way through and going up, then that means that it's going in a straight trajectory into the gutter. And that is what he was just confirming. Alright guys, so here he's basically confirming that with this new weight transfer and hand positioning, he's saying that I should still be able to stay in my same spot and pick up my 10 pin while throwing this strike ball, if I'm remembering that lesson correctly. That was the second ball that I felt like the most confident in bowling ever. And mind you, I've been bowling for 3 years at this point. I'm going on 4. So at this point, I'm about to cut off the video and just lock in on this new lesson. And then you'll catch my recap in a bit. Y'all, so I just finished my lesson. I was able to bowl a little bit before, to show you guys some of my shots and, you know, see us talking and whatnot, but I cut it off before we got to the good part. and now I'm low-key kicking myself. But yo, these lessons, I feel like, I don't know if you heard the adage, like getting a coach. I know, like, you can learn this stuff on your own, like you can do YouTubes and yada yada yada, but it's something about investing in someone who's ahead of you to give you the speed. So like, basically, I had a coach before, and Coach Steven, love him down. He helped me get my wandering feet or drifting feet together and like get stable. And then once I got to that spot, it was kind of like, we didn't have any more lessons. We did not have any more lessons. He had some personal things happen, and then I kind of fell off because after having the baby, I wasn't really playing league. So this is my first league back bowling consistently each week. So now I'm like, all right, I remember the lessons, but I need a refresher. So then Coach Steven ended up retiring, right? So, got this new coach. The new coach basically did the next level of where I left off with Coach Steven. So like, I feel like, let me try to put my thoughts together. Coach Steven told me the things that Coach Mark is telling me, right? But Coach Mark, I think, executed a little. Hold on, let me rephrase. Let me say this better. I was not in a space when Coach Steven was saying it to be able to receive it and understand. So I think after bowling like consistently in a league, like knowing those steps, it was like, okay, what's next? And then like that was like, and then he retired, and that's when I was ready to receive the same information that I was getting. I was getting the same information, but I wasn't understanding it to be able to execute on it. So this one lesson, like this is literally my first lesson, and I feel like that one little tip, that one little tweak, that one little step away, I feel like I was able to obtain that. And yes, there's a lesson plan for us to go, to the next thing, but I'm excited to see with this few tweaks. So basically what I was struggling with is, I don't know if you shoot pool, but English, how you throw English on the cue ball to, get it to spin and do what you need to do, backstop, all the things. You're basically doing that with your hand. And while people say like how I was informed, with other league bowlers, hey, it's just like a handshake, yada yada yada, that didn't compute for me. So he broke it down, and with this new skill tool, I saw a drastic improvement, not only in my shot, but in like my confidence, because I saw that it worked. And like, I spent some time during 2020 trying to play guitar, because I was in my master's program, I was working, and I was like, I need something that's fun. So that's the hand English is reminding me of like playing a chord, and that's the best way I can put it. And so I feel so much better paying for that lesson, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Any other closing thoughts, because this is fresh off the press. I literally am just leaving, about to go pick up my daughter. Yeah, if I could give any advice, if you're hesitant about taking lessons, you think it might be too much money, just think of it as investing yourself. Like, I genuinely, in the 3 years that I've been bowling, nobody has ever explained what I just did in a way that I understand and I'm able to execute on. And I'm so excited to see, like, and I'm not bowling professionally, y'all. Like, literally, this is just league, but I'm so competitive that I'm competitive, and I'm bowling with my father-in-law and my father-in-law's friend, and they're great bowlers, as well as my husband. Like, I don't know, maybe it's me playing sports, maybe it's who I am. I'm not sad about it. I think it pushes me and makes me a better overall person, not one to be okay with. Now, if it was like something I didn't care about, cool. But bowling, I feel like forget my thoughts. I feel like this is something as an adult that I can do in sports, Like, I'm not going to go out and join a softball league. Not that I wouldn't do good at it. It's just I don't miss it like that. Like, I miss the coaching. I miss the discipline. I miss all the other things. And then, I want something that I can, not to say you can't do it when you're older, but bowling is pretty stable. Like, you can drop your ball weight, you can slow down. As long as you have the same or good mechanics, I think you could execute with that. So, like, bowling and golf. Those are the two that I just feel like once you get it, and it's great. But, like, learning curve is something dangerous. But anywho, I'm gonna stop rambling on y'all. I appreciate you for sticking with me and watching this video. If you felt led to do so, like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hit 100 subscribers. And if you're enjoying this content, please let me know. Catch you on the next one.